Hello everyone and welcome to a Spotify exclusive episode. So this is a completely random episode. It's currently Sunday the 28th of December, so 3 days after Christmas, and I'm going to be honest with you. I woke up this morning, I went out last night, I went to the pub with my brother and my dad and had about 6 pints. And I woke up this morning and obviously it's been the week of Christmas, so I've been eating too much and drinking too much and haven't really been exercising, and I've just been in relaxation mode. So I woke up this morning with the intention just to kind of waste the day, which is such a bad thing to say, I know, but I'm just going to be honest. I was planning on lying in bed and scrolling stupid stuff on Instagram and just rotting away. And then I actually thought to myself, I really don't want to do that. I mean, I don't think that anyone wants to actually just waste a day, right? And I'm assuming it's going to be the same for you. For anyone watching this, it means that you are looking to actively learn a language, specifically English, of course. And that tells me that you are an ambitious person in some way. It means that you need to learn it in order to accomplish some sort of goal. Maybe you want to move here or get a new job, or maybe you are a student at school or university or something like that. Or maybe you are just the type of psychopath that I love, by the way. You're the type of psychopath who just enjoys learning languages for fun. And if you are any of those things, then that shows me you're the type of person that probably wouldn't want to just waste a day either. And yeah, that's why I decided to film this podcast instead. Now, I have no script here, as you can probably tell, and I actually am going to go out after this and walk around a forest close to my house in the UK in England, specifically Bristol, in the southwest of England, and I'm going to be filming. So you can just listen to this, or if you switch to the video version, you will get some cool footage of a forest in the UK on a very cloudy, grey British morning. Brilliant. Right then, so when you are in this slump, and I'm sure that we're all humans, we're all going to be feeling like this occasionally, the feeling that we can see ourselves we don't have any energy or any purpose for the day, and it would be very easy just to lie there and scroll, and it's an easy option, but you're going to feel terrible afterwards. I don't think no one in the world is going to feel nice after spending the day in bed scrolling Instagram, are they, or eating junk food, or just not drinking enough water, just not doing themselves proud, not improving their. I'm not saying that every day you need to be in the gym and going crazy and being 100% productive, but there's something so self-deprecating and unempowering about just wasting a day in bed. Anyway, so I get this feeling a lot, and I think I have found the solution. You just need to start small, don't you? This isn't a new idea, but this is what works for me. You need to start small and then just compound. So what I mean by that is get dressed instead of just lying around in your boxers or in your pajamas. Get dressed. That's step number 1. Get a glass of water. Step number 2, instead of, having like an unhealthy drink, just a glass of water. Then before you know it, you're dressed with water. And then, maybe do your hair. Look somewhat presentable. Because when you look better, you feel better as well. Do a tiny chore. Maybe clean up your room or something like that. Or do the dishes. And you can just compound and compound and compound. Because honestly, I really was planning on just wasting the day today. I think I've said that about 1,000,000 times. And now I'm doing something somewhat productive. Anyway, so what do I want to talk about? That is a very good question. Let's talk about the new year. Now, I'm going to be making a detailed YouTube video about this in next week, actually, for next Friday's video. But I've been thinking a lot about the new year and the changes that I want to make to my channel and the community and things like that. So let's talk about it. So when I started my YouTube journey over 3 years ago, it was very much I was just teaching. I was teaching new pieces of vocabulary. I was helping you to improve your listening skills, your speaking skills, your accent, and things like that. It was very much lesson based, lesson focused, and that's good. You need that type of thing. But there are so many YouTubers doing that, and to be honest, I think with the new year, I want to sort of lean into more of a podcasty style of channel, almost like Luke's English podcast, but just in the sense that it's a podcast for learners of English, as opposed to just a new lesson every single week. So if that does sound good to you, then you're in the right place at Spotify, because I'm going to be posting a lot of content to here and a lot of unreleased, just unscripted episodes like this one, which you can just, put on and go for a walk or something like that. And I will try and get some not relevant, but somewhat interesting footage. I received a gimbal for Christmas, and if you have any idea what a gimbal is, then honestly, I'm very, very surprised. A gimbal is something, it's kind of like a selfie stick. It's a stick, not an actual wooden stick, but kind of like a metal or plastic stick that you clamp your phone to. And the whole point is that when you're walking around, you can walk around and film, and it adds stability. Because obviously if you're just carrying your phone in your hand whilst you're walking, you're going to be shaking and the footage is going to look shaky. But with these gimbal stick things, you just clamp your phone in and you hold the gimbal, and it makes it sturdier. And also there are some extra fancy controls, there's like a little joystick thing, so you can push that to the left and the camera will turn to the left and do it to the right. I haven't used it yet. So the footage you see, which will be accompanying this podcast, is going to be the first time I've ever used the gimbal. So it might look incredible or it might look rubbish. Only time will tell. Yeah, so that's that kind of leans into what I was saying earlier about trying to have a bit more of a community-focused approach for the new year, because that means that I can post more. Recently on my channel, it's been very much walk and talk focused, which is when I just walk around filming random places and just speaking like this. I'm not going to lie, the ones I post on my channel are a lot more structured, which I think is good. I think both are good. I think you do need some topics, but the problem is that you might end up repeating yourself a few times, which I think I've already done during this one. And there are also going to be more mistakes, and it's going to be more natural. Let's look at the positives. May as well. So, as I was saying, due to the fact that I want the videos to be more podcasty, I'm also going to be putting a bigger focus on the community. And that sounds extremely generic, doesn't it? I want it to be more community focused. Like, what does that actually mean? Well, by that, I mean I'm going to be showing you more of my life and more of my personality. And this style of video, these podcasts, that's the best way of doing that. Of course, you can kind of get an idea for it in the lessons that I was making before. But with this, when it's just me speaking, when I'm actually telling you a bit more about my life, it's kind of scary in a way, because I'm like a privacy freak. Well, not really, but it's more like who cares about me, who cares about my life, that type of thing. But ultimately, I guess it is there to help you improve your English and your English listening skills. So yeah, well, if you're listening, then great. That's amazing. Thank you. And also by community, I mean, I want you to feel as if you're part of the British education family. And that's why I send the newsletters every Tuesday. I'm going to be extremely consistent with the videos every Friday. And I also and I'm posting more on my Instagram and stuff like that. I'm replying to the messages and the comments. And I'm also going to be starting up a paid community thing in the new year, where we will be able to have like one-to-one conversations or group conversations, and you'll be able to speak to all of the other people in the community. Because I've noted, I've had so many comments, and so many of my students have said in the past, they've said that basically they don't really have anyone to practice English with. And it's just ridiculous when you have multiple people telling you that, because of course that means that they could all be practicing English with each other. And of course there are platforms and stuff like this, but if I was learning a language and I had a YouTuber or a teacher who I liked, I would want it to be led by them, because that means that you're going to have this style of learning, this one style of learning in common. If you enjoy my videos, then you'll be able to meet other people who enjoy my videos. And that means that you're going to have something in common. You both have an appreciation for exceptional British English YouTubers. So yeah, that's something that we have coming up. Right then, I feel like I probably, this is a new skill. I was going to do some podcasting. Last January, I was focusing more on Spotify exclusive episodes. And it's really hard. I'm going to be honest. I did think I'd be able to just walk into podcasting and be able to do it like that. It's like, all you need to do is just talk. It's so easy, but it's actually really hard. It's hard to think of something interesting to say and not be constantly repeating yourself. And I do understand the irony of me having said that about 3 times. But at the very least, hopefully you can just enjoy relaxing and you can enjoy the nice forest footage, right? I'm going to think of one more interesting topic to talk about, because I want this to be worthwhile. Right, what should we talk about? Christmas. So I got back into the UK on the 23rd or the 22nd of December from Brazil. I was on holiday there for a week to celebrate the launch of my 5-in-1 online fluency course. And what did I do? Well, my family all came down, so we were all staying in Bristol, and it was quite a tight fit, so that was something we had to deal with. And you know how it goes with family, especially during Christmas. You all love each other, I'm sure, but you inevitably get on each other's nerves, so that's another thing you need to deal with. And basically, what did we do? We went to the pub a few times, I watched football, and they sort of sat in the back and just spoke about random things, and we had a curry. And then on Christmas Day, we went for a walk. And, well, if you watched my full guide to Christmas in the UK video, then you'll know exactly what we did, because we pretty much just followed that. And on the 26th, Boxing Day, I think we just had some drinks or something. And then 27th, which was yesterday, drinks. And then today's the 28th, and it's Sunday. And it's been like, oh my God, every day this week I've been eating and drinking. And this is kind of like the hangover from all of that, which is why I was so tempted to sort of just do nothing today. And that's why I'm happy to be here. I will be extremely surprised if there is anyone still listening to this at this point, and if so, then thank you, because this has been an absolute waffle. And yeah, I'm probably going to wrap this one up. And if you don't know, because I do get comments occasionally saying, oh, I didn't even know you had a YouTube, I've just followed you on Spotify. If you didn't know, I'm primarily a YouTuber. My channel is called British Education. I post new videos every single Friday. And yeah, if you are new here, I can promise you these podcasts are normally a lot better. Feel free to go through the rest of my channel and have a look, and they're going to be a lot higher quality. This really was just a random, didn't want to waste a day type thing. And also I wanted to try out my new gimbal. So yeah, let me know, look at the footage, let me know how it looks. Hopefully it's was worth buying one. Right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much. I hope you had a lovely Christmas, and I will see you next. I'll see you very soon for a more structured video, and then I would like to do more of these Spotify exclusive episodes where it's just me speaking about some random things, but this is a skill. This is a skill that I need to learn. So yeah, all right. Love you. Bye.